introduction. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm honored and quite humbled by this space. Thank you to the Midtown Alliance for inviting me to share some of what we've been up to. I'm thrilled because we've been working with the Midtown Alliance for about 6 months to try to understand public life, this thing that you've heard a lot about this morning, to understand public life in the district and come up together with a story about how it is a driver for the next chapter in Midtown. Some of you were here last year when my colleague Matthew waxed poetically, literally, poetry on this stage. I'll try to do him justice, but I'm also here, as John alluded to share some hard truths and a little bit of inspiration about what our team has learned. But first, I'm going to give it all away. The big idea I want to share with you here today is actually remarkably small. It's quite soft. Sometimes it's funny. I'm here to talk about people and public life. You, your neighbor sitting next to you, this is what we study at Yale. I'm here as a designer, probably the turtleneck gave it away, but I'm also here as a social scientist, an observer of you and your neighbors and your friends, understanding how public life comes together in cities. So I want to help you see public life in Midtown the way that my team sees it. So take a moment and think of your favorite memory of a city. Maybe you were traveling, maybe it's in your neighborhood or here in Midtown. You were probably in a place that you think is beautiful, maybe interesting. Maybe you bonded with someone over a shared experience, or you participated in a spectacle. Maybe you were up to some innocent mischief, or if you weren't, your teenage kid probably was. Maybe you were demonstrating something that you believed in with your body on the street, or maybe you were alone. No matter what, I can assure you that your favorite moment in a city could probably be described in the blink of an eye. A small moment, catching someone's gaze, or communing with yourself or the space in a small way. That's public life. It's both a barometer and a catalyst of a good city. It's this thing that we create together when we're invited to discover, participate, connect, shape, and share experiences. And when we lose sight of it, urban quality slips. So this is how we do our work. We focus on life. What is the life we want to create in a space? Then how do we design space around that quality of life? And finally, at the very end, then we design buildings to support those two things. And that's where value really comes from, alluding to John. It comes from those micro moments which create relationships, which create attachment to place, energy, a brand of a place, a vibe, and even, I can say here in the Fox, a legacy of Midtown, a place like Midtown. So we've been doing this for a long time. This is Jan, started our firm. His students actually started the firm. He transformed the city of Copenhagen. We've gone on to transform many, many cities around the world. In fact, we've worked with over 300 cities around the world in this very simple premise of putting public life first. So when we came to Midtown, we were looking for something in particular. We were looking for a